as a GM.
Yeah.
Don't just pawn off the magic items because we don't know what character he's going to make.
Yeah.
So certain things may still be useful. I don't know if he's going to just make another rogue. So I think if you were to use the Prince Bane's training blade, that would be fine. But don't just like take all of his magic items and pawn them all. Because depending on the backstory that we use for his character, he may come in not having very much magic very many magic items or anything like that.
It's okay. We'll use the sword to power the city. He died outside of the first time.
That's actually beautifully poetic.
It is, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, the training blade goes to Red Shore.
I'm kind of okay with that if everybody else is, but I mean, I wasn't going to use it anyway, so it's easy for me to say.
I've never used a melee weapon.
Yeah, sword is not my Egg's preferred weapon, and I have the bell staff, which I would just always use instead. And if I lost that, well, I'll use one of the other random weapons I'm carrying with me. That's not magic, but
sure. It is quite poetic, though. I do like that.
His life and death circled around Red Shore somehow.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on. You have made it through the mountains and you're preparing to camp for the evening. Certainly shouldn't be a major issue, but so you guys are now aware that you're in somewhat of an active war zone and you're one person down permanently. What precautions will you be taking as you camp?
Well, obviously everybody's going to have to pull a shift.
Yeah.
Did the Ring of Dark Vision require attunement?
I don't think so, no. Let me pull that.
No, because he just had put it on, and then that's how we realized what it did.
So for watch, me and Udinar can just switch off with it. So so always someone with dark vision is on watch.
Yeah.
Do we want to risk having a fire?
So what I need to know is who is regularly going to have it, because for purposes of using dynamic lighting, I need to know who to give the vision to.
Yeah. I think Udinar should have it normally.
Okay. Yeah, no, it doesn't require attunement, and it just gives you a 45-foot or a 40-foot dark vision, I think. Let me see.
Yeah.
We pull Chain's character out. What do we have here? Yeah, 45. So who's taking it? Regularly?
I'm good with either of us.
Udinar.
All right,
Yeah,
Noodles. Okay, Noodles. Advance. 45, -5. Has sight. Save, and then now I need to open the character, edit, default token remove, use this save changes. Okay, now you have a default token that will work with your dark vision newly acquired. Okay, so camping. Everybody's taking a shift. What else?
Do we want to risk having a fire?
No.
Yeah, no, we don't want to draw attention to ourselves.
That's what happened the last time we were coming out of these mountains, was the orcs came down to the fire, so.
Are we in a like woods area at this point?
Yeah, I mean, you're still within the mountains, but you're getting closer to the base.
Okay, so no fire. Is there any way that we can set up a kind of like alarm or something? Like, we have all this rope. What if we do a rope tripwire around our sleeping area?
Sure.
And tie one end of the rope to the bell staff, and so the bell will ring. If someone's getting close.
I'm going to point out that the rope is quite large and is not
the string.
Yeah.
Nobody has any string?
No, I'm not a trap maker.
What about chain to string.
He does have thieves' tools, but
He
I don't
has
think.
thieves' tools.
These tools are not string, but
Yeah, I don't think that's.
He has 10 feet of string.
Ha 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 ha. So
As
10
as
feet of our perimeter will be secure.
as Petalyn goes rooting through the backpack of her recently dead companion, you find that he has a bag of 1,000 ball bearings, 10 feet of string, a bell, 5 candles, a crowbar, a hammer, 9 pitons, hooded lantern, 2 flasks of oil, 5 days rations, a tinderbox, a water skin, and 50 feet of hempen rope.
So you can use the string to tie to the bell, and then the other end of the string around some rope.
What are you using rope for?
This is a trip
To make a perimeter.
So, okay. All right, that's fine.
And if the rope moves, then the little bell will ring.
Yeah, no one will ever not
No one
step
will
over
ever
this big
suspect.
rope that they see.
Maybe Egg should speak up then.
Yeah, that's what Egg says.
Hmm.
100%.
All right, well, forget
At least
the
has
tripwire,
enough
then. We'll just put everything back in the
survival
pack.
knowledge.
Never mind. Forget the tripwire.
You could set up a bell trap, but we'd need a
Well, it's only going to protect 10 feet. That's not really worth anything.
Well, that's what I mean. If our camp was in a place where we could have like a
like if it
bottleneck.
was one doorway.
What
Like a
is in our
cave or something?
immediate surroundings?
I mean, I would say it looks fairly similar to the image on screen.
Oh yeah, we can't use 10 feet then to do that.
Yeah, like we could tie it between 2 trees, but
Yeah, 10 feet's not going to do us any good.
Can we use the rope to make like hammocks up in the trees so we're off the ground?
What skill would you use to do that?
Survival, probably.
Not
And
tying.
someone other than me.
I mean, I guess like survival. You can certainly try it, but making a hammock out of a sleeping bag and rope is not easy. I guess it's just more along the lines of like, okay, you're camping in an active war zone. You want to be quiet. You don't want to make a lot of noise. You're willing to sacrifice creature comforts. I don't need you to know what your characters would know in this instance. It's like I just wanted to know, how, if you guys just want to make a regular camp, if you had any spells that would help you or anything like that.
How about instead of trying to make hammocks in the trees, we just chop down some branches and some bushes and things and camouflage the tent?
Do we have a tent?
Yeah.
I don't think we own a tent.
Well, fine. Just, camouflage. Make like a smaller,
going-
denser area of shrubbery.
going for a low impact campsite that wouldn't be easy to spot as much as possible.
Okay, that's fine. So, tell me what order you're taking watches in. There are only 4 of you now.
I'll go first.
I'll go second.
Egg will go third.
All right, I'll go fourth.
No, come back. Oh, guess can't roll that one. All right. First watch passes. Give me a perception check. Watch number 2.
Oh, watch number 2.
And I did have some stuff I wanted to do before actually going to sleep.
That's fine. I just want to get through the mechanics of it. Okay. Third watch. And last watch. Okay. So now I will kind of talk through it, and if there's something that you want to do during your watch. All right. During the first watch. Madam Beldam.
Before Petalyn goes to sleep, Petalyn, we bought this magical scroll from Ed, and considering our situation with magical items, it'd be really handy to be able to copy it down, but there is a risk when copying from a scroll.
What kind of risk?
I can make the attempt, but if it fails, then the scroll will end up being destroyed.
Well, what do you need? How can I help?
Some guidance would be nice.
Oh, well, that is something I can do. But I kind of hesitate a little bit, and was like, I could use some help in return, actually.
With?
Well, so you have dreams and visions and things like that tell you the future, right?
Not in as many words.
Well, how do you know when something is a vision dream that's true and when it's just a regular dream, like made up?
There's this weird feeling where I'm not exactly in control with those kind of dreams. I'm more of a passenger along for the ride on the dream. And that's
Like
a feeling I've come very familiar with.
like you're being shown something rather than watching it?
In a sense, where there are times where I know it's me in the dream, but I feel like I'm watching myself rather than being the person in the dream.
I see. Okay, well, let me give you your boop here.
Boop.
Boop. I'm gonna boop you right on the nose.
Bibbidi bobbidi. Oh, you double booped because you whispered it to me the first.
I know, I had to fix it. I realized it didn't go to her, and I was like, oh. Womp, womp.
All right. Here's the fucking Arcana gamble for like the one scroll we've been actually wanting. I'll do this to public so we can all see. Oh, thank Christ.
Is it
By
good?
fucking one, we made it.
Oh,
Oh, you rolled a 2. Wow.
Yeah, glad I asked for the fucking guidance.
you are welcome.
So because it is a divination spell, it only takes me 1 hour instead of 2 and half cost.
Okay. Anything else during your rest?
And that is the only thing I will do for now.
Okay. So during your watch, despite spending an hour of it very studiously staring at pages rather than watching the woods, you notice a distinct lack of the sound of wildlife. It is eerily quiet. The moon shines above, and it is an unusually cold night for this time of year. Though, being in a completely different side of the world, you aren't sure. Maybe not so unusual. With no fire to comfort you, there will be no easy sleep for anyone involved. The distant sound of war drums, the occasional twang or clang of metal ringing over the mountain itself reaches down to you, and all around you are the sounds of what appear to be a small or no small war. Eventually, you have a sense that you've done enough for the evening and retire to your tent, awakening Watcher number 2, which would be Pedalin.
Okay. I guess on mine, I'm just going to just kind of take inventory of the pack that I already rooted through, and just kind of keep watch quietly.
Okay. Are you gonna do anything else during your watch?
No, everybody's asleep. We had a hard day. I'll leave them alone for now.
Okay. You don't want to foodle with anything?
Well, I'm gonna try on the boots of elven kind. I'm gonna see if I can put this on.
Yeah.
Or if they're too big for my feet.
No, they work. It's magic.
Well, I'll leave those on. Do I have to attune to these, or do I just spend a minute
I don't know.
studying them?
Do the boots of elvenkind require attunement?
I don't think so.
Anybody have that pulled up? Elvenkind do not require attunement. So as you slide them onto your feet, the boots that were too large for you moments ago shrink down to fit you perfectly.
Put my bulkier traveler's boots into my pack and just keep.
Put them into the portable hole with Chain's corpse.
No, gross.
Anything else?
No, I think that'll do.
Okay.
As Pedalin's watch is coming closer to an end, she hears a loud gasp from the bedrolls.
Okay.
I jump up and shove my head into the tent. Trying to see what's
Less
wrong.
tent, more like branchy lean-to.
Branchy lean-to.
Yeah, yeah. So you'll spot Madame Beldam gasping, hair plastered to her face.
Madam, are you all right?
She has to take a minute to be able to breathe right again. I had another dream. I don't know what this one means.
Pedalin takes a step back to listen, just to make sure nobody's creeping up, and then sticks her head back in the lean-to.
We can talk about it in the morning.
Are you sure?
We'll hopefully be okay. It doesn't seem like anything immediate.
Egg.
All right, I'm gonna give her a little water out of my canteen.
And you awaken Egg for his watch.
Yes.
Okay.
Egg is focused on his watch. He is not going to distract himself with anything else while he's on watch.
Sure.
Just
again, the eerie silence is probably the most prudent thing. It just, you can hear everything because nothing is making noise. So all throughout the night, you hear the ring and clang of battle. Clearly, the orcs or giants or both have no respect for traditional, methods of fight during the day and rest at night. Granted, being a creature that can see in the dark, they likely would never have developed that sort of etiquette. There is a point not too deep into your watch where you hear footsteps nearby. What do you do?
can I tell what direction they're going? They're heading towards us or just past us?
It sounds like they are just like, it's possible they could stumble straight into camp, or they could just pass right by it.
Mm-hmm. I wait a little bit to see if they are getting closer.
Okay. It doesn't seem like they're going to stumble straight on top of you, but they're definitely going to pass very close.
Then I
While wearing the ring of eyes, you can clearly see in the dark.
I ready my selves to like make a lot of noise to wake up my companions, but I do not do anything else yet.
Okay. A few moments later, the head of a wild game animal pokes out from a nearby bush, seeming to have stumbled into your camp. It spots a human being and starts bolting away. The footsteps fade. All right, as your watch comes to an end, you can go and wake Udanar.
I go to wake Udanar and I give him the ring.
Okay.
Yeah, so I put the ring on, just kind of sit in a position that I can view as much, like, peripherally as I can forward, like, through the tree line. And sure. I just sit there for a while until I reach down for my holy symbol and just look at the coin and start flicking it a little bit.
Okay. Is there any insight or guidance that you're looking for, or are you just kind of mindlessly playing with it?
Mindlessly playing with it and just kind of like thinking to myself that whoever hears this, like in my head, whoever hears this, make sure Chain gets ushered to the other side safely. He is beyond my saving.
So you spin the coin repeatedly throughout the duration of your watch. Anything else that you're gonna work on or do?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Then about an hour into your watch, you hear the fluttering of a wing above. It doesn't necessarily strike you as particularly odd. There should be birds in the woods, but it is the first wildlife that you've heard any sounds from. Mere moments later, another bird seems to alight nearby, and then another, and once more, until you're pretty sure that there are more birds around you than leaves.
So I can see them perfectly fine?
With the new ring on your finger, yes, you can make out what appears to be large black birds.
I just look at them blankly and see what they do.
So as you look at the birds and kind of take a closer inspection, you notice that each of them seems to bear something in its beak.
Can I tell what?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
You know you'll have to get close, but presuming you're willing to do so, then yes, you can absolutely see what they're holding. Are you willing to go investigate?
I want to roll this to get a general feel of the situation.
Okay. You've never encountered anything like this before. This is a first for you, but you don't necessarily feel particularly uneasy. There's no sense of malevolence or foreboding, like in your gut.
Yeah, I'll slowly stand up and see if they react to it at all.
Sure. The birds seem to just watch you, cocking their heads to the side so that they can keep one eye trained on you as you move.
I'll take one step forward and just kind of gauge the response, and if it's nothing too crazy, I'll just keep doing that.
Eventually, you're able to get within a few paces. You could literally reach out and grab one of the birds on the lowest branches, and so you're able to clearly see what's in its beak. It seems to have a flower.
Do I know what type?
It looks like a lily.
I put out my hand in a position to let it drop it into my hand, but not to grab it.
As you do so, it drops the flower, and all of the other birds descend from the tree until the ground is a blanket of black moving feathers. A few moments later, they disperse, disappearing as quickly as they appeared, and littered in the campground are hundreds and hundreds of lilies.
The silence is actually in character as well.
The sun begins to peak just over the tips of the mountains to the east.
I'll go back into my original position, take whatever like lily would be there from them blanketing it out, like push out of the way, and just sit.
Okay.
And just wait for the others to wake up.
Sure. So as your watch comes to an end, and you find yourself well rested and ready to begin your day, the sun fully peaks over the mountaintops, and the others begin to stir and awaken. The three of you may be surprised to see that the ground is no longer covered in grass, dirt, or weeds. It is in fact lilies, and more lilies.
What color are they?
White.
Okay. Udnar, what
you
did
go
you do?
flower picking on your watch?
I just like am looking up in the sky and just say, the gods have given us a message.
What are they saying?
I just shake my head. I do not know yet.
I pick up a few of the lilies and sniff them.
They smell like lilies.
Yeah.
There's probably something like, I don't know, 600-700 of them on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, good lord, that's way more than
Yeah.
I was visualizing.
Hundreds upon hundreds. I mean, fully blanketing the ground.
So I'll explain to them, like, basically what happened and how it was peaceful. It didn't feel, like, threatening at all. So I do believe that this is a message from a higher power of some sort anyway. And that we should probably maybe figure that out. Hopefully somebody will be able to help us piece this together at some point, what happened.
Udnar, does the lily represent anything specifically?
I nod. I don't say anything more specific, but I say yes, it does.
Well, what does it represent?
I just kind of smile and, like, turn away with the lily in my hand.
I reach up and punch Udnar in the arm.
Not like I want to tell you, Baka.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. What I will do, though, is that, like, when she pushes for more information, so I'll show the, like, the three-sided coin and just kind of, like, make it obvious that there's, like, a picture of a lily on it.
So he's showing you a coin that has the lily on it.
Yeah, I mean, you can probably infer that there's something holy with it.
But they can't, because they don't know anything about cleric.
Right.
You're the first cleric you're
fair.
probably the first cleric they've ever seen.
That's fair. Yeah, I still don't, like, say anything specifically.
Sure.
Because honestly, it's kind of hard to put into words what the lily represents.
You're a weird guy, Udnar. I'm gonna set up to ritual cast my new fancy spell.
Okay.
And use it on the ring.
You divine nothing.
About the ring?
Mm-hmm.
While the madam is ritual casting, I'm gonna braid, like, a bunch of lilies into my hair.
As I mentioned before, as you like sat and attuned with or learned about the ring itself, you feel as though it hungers for magic.
So while Petalin is putting flowers in her hair, I'll approach her and say, do you want me to take a look at that eye for you? I'm not sure of what the consequences might be, but we might be able to help you.
Really? Well,
Again, I do not know what the consequences will be.
Well, I mean, I don't want to lose my sight, but I also don't want to be attacked by that monster again.
As you say that, make a wisdom saving throw.
Son of a bitch!
I heard that.
The monsters seem like, as you acknowledge it and say, "I don't want to be attacked with a monster again." You look past and realize this hulking monstrosity is standing merely inches behind Udinar, but you shake your head slightly as you like glare into it, and it seems to waver and disappear.
I break out into a sweat, staring maybe a little bit too fiercely behind Udinar.
I'll slowly turn my head.
There's nothing there.
I'll slowly turn my head back and look at her with surprise.
I told you, I didn't want to be attacked by it again.
I just kind of like give her a puzzled look and say, "You control it now?"
I'm gonna say no? Question mark.
Well, the offer stands.
I don't feel in control of anything.
The offer still stands. If you would like me to try to remove it, we could do that, and I'll just like leave it up to her.
Well, if we attempt to remove it,
she might just not have an eye.
Manifest.
I would prefer to keep the eye in my head and just have the curse removed.
I have a feeling it won't work that simply.
Shit.
Edelyn, let's try this, and I'll sit her down in front of me to start a ritual cast as my tiara lights up because it contains the pearls needed for identify.
Okay.
And I'll try and identify the properties of the eye.
Okay. So, the Warlock's Eye, it was an amulet with the living glass eye. The iris is red, the veins in the eye are purple. Whenever you deal damage with a cantrip, you can choose to push the creature back, or push the creature damaged back up to 10 feet in a straight line. It can cast Hex once per day, or once per long rest. And when you cast Hex, you cast it at a +5.
Ooh.
It is also cursed during the first rest of the wearer's eye. During the first rest or after completing attunement, the wearer's eye is bored out and replaced by the Warlock's Eye. As the eye is worn, it seeks to call out to a sort of entity that is drawn towards the power, perhaps related to the patron of the warlock who created it. If you can successfully overpower it with your will, it is banished. And if your will is weak, then it can truly reach beyond the planes and harm you. Otherwise, it is just a terrifying visage.
Like banished forever, or just banished until the next day?
Banished.
And that's what it does. I tell
The 20 minutes have now passed since the group has been up and about.
Yeah, we should
Egg has been
probably
reading
get
his advanced dwarven carpentry book.
I
He's
see.
looking about stuff about coffins.
Hmm.
Or coffin-related things.
I see.
I
So
think
you find a subsection speaking about woods that are resistant to like not decay, but like predatory bugs and things like that that might seek to eat it. You find woods that can sustain high pressure, such as being buried, things of that nature. It's like these types of wood are excellent for storing things underground.
Gotcha.
I think I'll try to exert my will over this thing.
You already did.
Well, yeah, but banished forever.
It doesn't work that way.
Well, that's what I asked, and you just said banished.
Right, that's what your wisdom saving throw was.
So I'm gonna have to do that every day?
Who knows?
Whenever it shows up.
Yeah, just keep being willful.
Yeah. Easy.
Eternal vigilance.
Anything else before we set off to see the wizard? The wonderful wizard of Creekside?
Madam, did you want to talk about your dream a little bit?
I suppose we should at some point, but I think we've spent too much time at camp. We should get moving, considering our surroundings.
You can talk on the road.
So, Udnar, you have that lesser restoration thing where you healed my eyes before when I went blind. If I couldn't see anymore from removing the curse, do you think that could help me see again?
It's not exactly healing. It's more removing a problem, we'll say. It's not exactly like giving you sight back.
Yeah, missing an eye isn't in this.
I cannot conjure up body parts that will work in you. No.
Okay, so we'll steal Chain's eye.
It's not Naruto. It doesn't work that way.
Okay.
Not yet.
Eyes just you can't just pull out eyes and put them in other people and they just work.
I'm afraid not.
Weird.
I know, right? Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk? Well, Egg's traveling. He's gonna water the bonsai bush and carry it on his head.
Are you gonna like strap it to your head like a helmet?
No, he's one hand on it,
Oh,
resting
okay.
it on his head.
Okay. Where is the water for the bush coming from?
My water skin.
Okay. So what water are you going to?
He doesn't need to pour the whole thing in there.
No, but it does definitely take from his water skin. And while
Doesn't
micromanage,
Chain have a water skin?
he does. Actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll use Chain's water skin.
Chain's
Okay.
water skin will now supply the plant.
Isn't he just so useful in death?
I made myself sad.
Okay.
Thank
So I
you
suppose
for your
as
kind
we're
offer, Udnar, but I think I'll wait for now. I don't want to lose my sight.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. All right. So the group continues along the road. Is that right?
yeah,
Yeah,
as
one
we
other
get our
minor-
marching order.
One other minor detail. When I'm getting the water, I'm gonna take the hooded lantern fuel off of him,
Okay.
just in case I need that later.
Let's not forget he's got that painting on his backpack too.
Yep. I have his full inventory. So, I mean, you aren't disposing of the corpse. It does live in a box, or in a hole.
You know, it's in a hole. How much hooded lantern fuel was it?
I think it was two pints.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to take the lead probably in the marching order.
I'll be behind him.
Oh, I was going to say, because Petalin wanted to talk, the two of them take the lead, and then the two of us will trail behind.
Okay, yeah.
And every so often, I keep reminding them where north is.
So we're just heading straight north.
Yes. So you continue down the mountain, doing your best to avoid the patrols. Let's do a group stealth check.
All right.
Want a guidance boop before we go? I have advantage, don't I? Because the boots.
Yes. Yes.
I'll take a boop.
Okay.
Granted, only 2 of you need to make the check now. Okay. Oh man, I like this because you guys have no idea what anybody else rolled. That's fun. That makes this much better. All right, so you head down the mountains, doing your best to avoid patrols and stay quiet. Eventually, you come to a point where the only path you can take is a small ravine which runs through what looks like an old ruined fort of some sort. There are several large boulders that have been carved into maybe a sort of trebuchet ammunition or catapult ammunition, some sort of siege ammunition, likely what spelled the doom of the fort itself. As you're passing through the valley, however, you hear the occasional scrabbling of rock falling down rock, and you can't be sure if it's because of the volatile nature of these things or perhaps you're being watched. What do you do?
I tell the
Is
group.
this like a raised?
Mhm.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I tell the group I don't know why, but I get the feeling that we might be being watched.
All the more reason to move through here quickly.
Agreed.
Now, is this a raised platform
keep an
in front
eye
of
out.
us?
No, it's almost like sunken in.
Mm.
Oh, okay. It's the opposite way of how I was seeing it then. Okay.
Mhm. All right, so you
Yeah, I
guys just
suppose
want
we'll want to keep a lookout and see if we notice any movement.
Yeah, egg is on
Percep-
heightened.
perception checks. Okay. For the most part, the only things that you can see or hear are the occasional rocks falling down. You, of course, can make out the enormous skeleton that appears to have been crushed by a giant boulder off in the distance. And Udinar, from behind, you're pretty sure you heard what sounded like a dog. But as you peek over your shoulder, you don't see anything. But you could have sworn that you heard it.
Heard a dog.
Mhm.
Okay. I'll relay that to Egg just kind of in a lower tone. And I know he'll be
Okay.
able to hear me since he's close.
Sure.
Hmm.
You hear that?
I don't, but
We should get moving.
we may be being followed. I don't know. Can't be sure.
Are we able to go through this thing then?
Yeah.
It's just like treacherous terrain?
Yeah, it would be considered difficult terrain getting into it.
Maybe we should go around.
Mm-hmm. I want to move up 1 or 2 spots to the very edge and look and investigate it a little bit more.
Okay.
So
And
if I
take
can,
a look
I'll move
inside.
there.
And, yeah, definitely looks like it was at one point in time, like maybe just like a small fort meant to guard this particular ravine. In fact, make a history check. You recall having passed by something almost exactly like this, but it was still standing.
Oh.
It was long ago, when this was still considered to be giant controlled lands.
Was it like controlled by the giants?
No, it was dwarven.
It was dwarven. Okay. I'll relay that information, I guess.
Egg is also going to investigate, but he's specifically looking for any signs of anyone recently having passed through there.
Sure. Investigate. Yeah, as you're looking through, you see a small pile nearby of what you know for a fact to be goblin shit. Like they've dug a small little pit. There are also just tons of other little telltale signs that goblins have been here. Like just like a nicked off ear from where somebody got in a fight. Just like random scribbly drawings in the dust and dirt. There's even like a series of profanities scratched into the wall at one point. It says like Niblug was here. Fuck shit piss,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of thing.
Can I tell how recently this stuff is?
Make a survival check.
Sure.
While they're going and looking there, can we check the bottom side of the fort and see if it's passable?
Yeah. That's fine.
I'll go with you.
So you're pretty sure that the goblin poop hole is probably the freshest, maybe a couple of days ago, based off the smell.
Okay.
But yeah,
I really
Udinar, you remember clearly from when you passed by here that it was a manned fort by dwarves, and that you did have to treat with them to get past.
Maybe
Egg, you were saying.
Yeah, just that goblins stayed here, so there is a chance that we're on some path between where well-traveled paths, so we should be on the lookout for other groups passing through, for sure.
Do goblins tend to stay in an area long?
Goblins tend to go where their masters tell them to go.
Hmm.
All right, so Madam Beldam and Petalin, you were going to check out the south side of the fort, or the bottom side of the fort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, down here.
Okay, head on down. You can definitely squeeze by. Like a person walking would have no trouble getting through there. What does catch your attention as you move down to the southern side, though, is it looks like somebody has taken effort to reinforce and like turn this into something that could be guarded. Like the stones there on the steps just above you, and some of the rubble is very carefully placed.
How very odd.
I think we should spend as little time here as we can.
Agreed. This place gives me the willies.
Okay, what's next?
Is Willie the name of your demon that's haunting you?
What?
Willie. Is that the name of the creature that appears?
In your eye?
No, I think not.
Okay.
I'll come up with a good name for it.
Okay.
I think we're gonna try and pass through the bottom side so we don't have to go through the fort inhibited.
Are you going to notify Egg and Udinar, or
Yes.
Yes.
how? You can tell them, or
Well, maybe we
Walk
don't
back a bit.
holler.
okay,
Right.
all right.
Walk back a bit, say like this way, and then
Okay. As you head back toward them and are about to call out, you hear the baying howl of a large dog, and everybody can spot trio. That's too small. There we go. rider.
Oh, I like them better small.
Right? Here. One of them carries a horn, and as the wolf's or as the warg's howl completes, he blows the horn, and several rocks begin to tumble down the sides. Let's see. Where did it? There we go. And popping up within the rock.
Those little bastards.
It looks like you've stumbled into a goblin ambush.
Hmm.
And they are armed to the teeth with crossbows. You may roll initiative. Or you know what? Hold on, I have to delete everybody out of Twitter first because I didn't. Noodles. Ed turn.
Thank you.
What is with our fucking initiative tonight?
Right?
Seriously.
The dice rolls in general, man, they've just been
Yeah.
ugly.
They've been pretty bad.
I mean, a natural one on the only on the first death
Jeez.
save.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it would have been more hilarious if it had been on the second death save.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe, but there was just that sense of impending doom when that's what he rolled. It's just like, well, all right,
Yeah,
he's
you're not
fucked.
wrong. You're not wrong.
Let me do this, and do. No, I hate when you right click on it. Like, if the menu pops up outside of your screen, if you scroll up, it doesn't scroll up to the menu. It like keeps it off of your screen. This, and where's my other D20? Oh, that's actually really terrible. So I wouldn't feel too bad. Looks like Pedalin has the initiative.
Okay. Is this rock large enough to take cover behind?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I can. Okay. I'm gonna start by moving 30 feet. Bloop. A little bit protected. Not a lot, but a little. And then we're gonna do. Now these guys up here on top of the rocks, they're up a ways,
Yes.
right? They're not
Yeah.
level with us.
Correct.
How high up are they?
I don't know, maybe 15 feet.
15 feet? Okay. Okay. We'll start with a cantrip.
Cantrip.
Cantrip of firebolt at this one. That's closest to the madam.
Which one? Sorry.
Sorry, this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that. I mean, you don't have to whisper that to me, but that's.
Oh, right. We're in combat.
Yeah.
Public roles now.
Yeah.
All right. And then I'll use my bonus action to.
So she crit on that.
By the way. And then I'll use my bonus action to
oh.
cast spiritual weapon.
Okay. Well, hold on, because he fucking explodes.
Oh shit! Woo!
What was the actual, like?
So she did 12 damage.
Hmm.
And it literally punches like a grapefruit-sized hole through the chest of the goblin, and he doesn't have a chance. Like, he just kind of looks down and then falls over and tumbles down the.
I used both hands.
All right, so
All right.
now you're casting spirit weapon.
Now I'm going to cast Spirit Weapon, and I'm going to cast it close to this one here, the second one.
Okay.
And it can do that. And then I got to drag this guy. Stabby, stabby.
A 13 misses. The goblin ducks underneath the swinging sword.
Okay, that concludes my turn.
Okay. 3 warg riders. A woo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 6. Acrobatics. 7, 8. Okay. Actually, we can do this way. So, pedal in. The warg's face appears snarling as it leaps on top of the rock and snaps at you. Man, having your AC right there is really nice. It chomps down, sinking its teeth into your unprotected flesh and dealing 7 damage. Udanar, the initiative is yours.
All right. Start off by casting my version of spiritual weapon.
Okay.
I wish this was all on one page for me rather than some menus.
At least you can drag it out now.
That's true. I think that's supposed to be in one square. Yeah, okay. So that's going to be right there.
Okay.
And it's going to swing at the one just south of it.
Okay.
So that is weapon.
Pat it on the butt.
15 is a hit. 10 damage. Okay. The shovel stabs into the rider's leg and attempts to unseat him, but he is able to maintain his balance.
And then I'm going to run up. 3. Right there. And then I'm going to that one, just swing my shovel at it.
Okay. That 22 hits. 8 damage. And it also maintains its bearing in the saddle.
Cool, that's my turn.
Okay. Madam Beldam.
Would this spot here be considered cover from the bottom?
Yes. At least half cover.
Something's more than nothing.
Yeah.
I forgot to recover some hit dice. Man, I have less I need to do after a long rest, and I still forget shit. We're going to cast Shatter, originating on this boy.
Okay. See, 15. And they all need to make it, or just him?
10-foot radius.
Okay, so all 3 of them need to make it. That is a failure, and a failure. So, 3 pink misty clouds appear as they are literally vibrated to death by the thunderous force of your magical casting. It's like you cast the spell, you hear the sound, and then poof! However, the thunder damage seems to have caused a secondary chain reaction.
Oh God.
And let's see. That one's too big. Hold on.
Okay.
That's supposed to be right here, and it's gonna roll downhill.
No.
Make a reflex save, Pedalin.
What is that? A dexterity?
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
dexterity saving throw.
I'm
showing
gonna make
my
it a
age.
16 before she even rolls.
Okay. Well, all right.
Oh, but I can use. Oh, I wonder if I should use it now or
Well,
not.
it's a 16, so that means it's actually a 19 because he made your 9.
Oh,
Yes.
right.
Yeah. So Pedalin leaps out of the way just in time, avoiding being crushed by the boulder that was loosed by Madame Beldam.
That
And
was
in
a
doing
guilt use
so,
of portent.
in doing so, you notice now there are actually several of these boulders ready to fall.
Do I need to move my token?
No, you just dove out of the way.
You're hidden like the corner
Yeah,
where the sphere doesn't catch.
Yeah.
I see.
You dove into a tiny little ditch and it rolled over you. A ditch that you could fit in. So what I want to know, what happened is Pedalin dives and she's clearly didn't make it far enough. The boulder's definitely going to crush her, but then like a pebble that nobody saw is in just the right place. And the boulder catches it and it just like almost bounces over Pedalin. And you're pretty sure that pebble wasn't there until Lavinia like reached out her hand or did whatever it is that she did.
Nice. That's a good time to use that.
Only one boulder was shaken loose.
Yes, because actually this here. There we go. Yeah. So whenever it fell, you notice that the boulder, let's see, that was, and so that one was right here and rolled down. Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
Egg.
All right. Egg is going to run to Pedalin's side and attack the warg that is
On the rock.
near her. And he's going to use the bell staff because he's not smart.
Okay. You swing the staff and the warg ducks.
I will use still not enough.
You attempt to readjust the swing, but it still sails over the warg's head.
Wildly wailing. Attack again.
Well, I'm pretty sure that one hits.
Here
And
come some more rocks.
I will attempt to trip him
Okay.
off the rock and off his warg.
Well, you attacked the warg, not the rider.
Oh yeah, I'll attempt to trip the warg off of the rock it's standing on.
Okay. So that's. I remember with critical hits, it doesn't do. Oh, there we go.
It should be in there.
So that 3, the 1d4 shouldn't be in there
Okay.
because the d6s replace the d4.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Oh. Okay. Well, I don't know how to set that up then.
That's fine. I'll fuss with it later. I know how to do it.
Okay.
Because it's built in. Because in 3.5 there are lots of weapons that deal bigger dice on crit, so they had to have it in there. So
Gotcha.
I'll fix that for you later. Just remind me.
Okay.
So that is 13, 19 damage. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the trip attack that gets added to the damage too, right?
Yes, the 8 gets added to the damage.
So that's 26. So you actually just killed the warg.
Yeah.
So like let's say as you're swinging the bell staff and it ducks, then the second time you're fine. If you're gonna duck my swing, I'll just shove it in your face, and it's like gonna reach out and snap, but it just like goes down its throat. And so you're like, you know what? I'm gonna trip it, and so you're gonna like swing it around, but it's still in its throat. So you just rip out its esophagus.
I tripped it from life.
Yeah.
You tripped it from the
You can-
inside.
You see the hint of its spirit being tripped out of its body, being tripped out from its soul.
Yeah, you definitely tripped it from the inside. That is correct. So I need this boy who falls off of the warg and dead. I can actually do this, can't I? Squished warg is really cute.
Aw.
Is he prone after falling off?
Yes. There.
So I can, if I have movement action points left, I can still move, right?
Yes.
Okay. How far did I move? 5, 10, 15. Okay, so I'm going to use on your turn when you score a critical hit with a melee weapon or reduce creatures to 0, you can make another melee attack as a bonus action.
Okay.
So I'm going to move up to this one and attack him.
Okay.
Egg is emboldened by drawing blood and in his
and
rage, in adrenaline rush.
Don't forget that your bell staff does give you a combat maneuver.
Yes.
Okay.
I assume that also costs superiority dice though.
It has its own.
Oh, it doesn't count as that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind.
I think it has one. I don't remember. Let's see,
Okay.
where's the white steel corrosion? Once per short rest, you may perform the lunging attack maneuver.
Oh, okay. Well, I will attack this one in front of me.
That is a hit.
Okay.
That is 11 on top of 10 that he already took. Okay, so does he stay? No, he is knocked off. Wait, Udinar, you attacked the rider, correct?
Before?
He attacked the rider and the shovel attacked this one, I think. Or did
Yeah, well, I mean, the shovel.
yeah.
Did your shovel attack the rider or the warg?
The spirit weapon attacked the rider. I attacked the warg.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. But it was a different warg, right? that you
Yeah,
attacked?
different warg. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, that's fine. So then now I need to do that. All right, that's easy to keep. All right, so you smash into the warg, and then the second thunderous crack follows up. And that was... All right, he does fall off. This. 10.
So when Great Weapon Master procs, does that also, and I get another regular attack, does that also trigger my extra attack?
What do you mean?
This one. Whenever you take the action, does this count as another attack action?
Let's see. What does it say? You've been blah blah blah. Gain the following on turn when you score a critical hit with a melee weapon or reduce creature to 0 hit points. Well, you can make one melee as a bonus. No, it's a bonus action.
Okay, gotcha. But it's just the same roll as a regular attack.
Mhm.
Okay, gotcha. And that's my bonus action for the turn.
Yes.
Okay, that's Egg's turn. He's like shaking with adrenaline.
Okay.
He's...
Now, all right, they're all dead. Do I have any other spear boys? I do. They can't do much here. 1, 2, 1, 2.
They could move
3.
closer to the action.
This is the story of a girl who cried a river and drowned the whole world. Okay, that will actually work here and here. I think that. Nope, one more. There we go. You have from the back 3/4 cover. What does that give you?
3/4 plus 5 AC.
Okay, so he's going to take a shot in the dark. Which would put your AC at 17. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So the bolt explodes off the stone behind you, showering you with bits of wooden particle, but is otherwise ineffective. Oh, that was a crossbow boy. Wait, to move until next turn.
I'm
We
waiting
also
for
had
the
a
mist that
spear
kicks up
boy
all the
in the
goblins.
bottom.
Yeah, I see the spear. So that's 1, 2, 4. Okay. And then crossbow boys will now do their thing. So that one shot and missed. These are dead. All right. These two are going to combine their action and trip this boulder, which 2 bounces off here. I'm just going to smash into this and destroy the backside of your cover. But you don't have to make any saves or take any damage.
Wouldn't that other boulder get pushed too?
Yeah, I guess it would. There. Smacks into the big one. I'm not going to get too deep with the physics here.
Yeah.
I have a plan for how things interact with one another in terms of movement. That's about as deep as that's going to get.
Sure.
That one shoots, and then those are dead, and so then I have these boys. Can they see anything? They have to move.
Boulders only move in cutscenes.
Move
They
so
do not have
far.
physics.
Three. That within? No. And so they're gonna fire at Petalin at disadvantage. Where did my other d20s go? There they are. That's a miss as the bolt blows up off the rock in front of you. Actually, 2 of them do. So by wide misses, the rock in front of you seems to be their favorite target, as there are now 2 chalky marks from where their bolt tips exploded against the stone. Petalin, you have the initiative.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. These are supposed to move with the spear boys, my riders, so they can stand up because they're no longer mounted. You know what? I'll keep them on the wargs.
Icon.
Yeah, I'll keep them on the wargs. That's fine. Petalin, you have the initiative. Oh wait, I deleted the warg that went first. What were they? They were on 15, weren't they?
Yeah, it
Yes.
went right after Petalin.
Okay. I realized that as I moved them over, it actually deleted them. So that's fine. So, yeah, Petalin, you have the initiative.
Okay. I guess. All right, we're gonna start firebolt at the top guy over on the far left. This one.
I'm sorry, which one?
This one. Top
Oh,
guy,
okay.
far
Oh,
left.
okay. Okay. The crossbow.
Yes.
Okay. 16 is a hit. 10 is good, but he doesn't explode like the last one.
Okay. Then I can move my sword 20 feet.
But he is deeply scorched.
5, 10, 15, 20. And I'm gonna probably move. But the cover by the madam got destroyed. Shoot.
On the backside, yeah.
On the backside. All right. Well, I'll just move. I'll move over here. So I'm still somewhat out of range of them firing, since they love to shoot at that rock. I don't want to be in their way.
Sure. Are you finished?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Up. That man there is terrifying, and it looks like he has some sort of awful goblin trophy around his neck, so they want nothing to do with him. He's clearly a goblin slayer by profession. So he's going to leap at the smaller pedalin with both of its knives, attempting to stab her. Jesus Christ, goblins rolling like goblins. He basically comes in and he leaps at you with both knives and ends up hugging you because he terribly misjudged the distance.
Ew, gross, he smells.
But you're able to push him off of you and take no damage from the blades. Stand up. He cannot climb aboard because the thing is threatened, but he agrees. That man is terrifying. Kill the small one. And both attack. The first dagger misses as you're able to, just sway your body just right to avoid the thrust. But unfortunately, it leaves you open to the second one, and the knife draws blood. You take 5 damage, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right, I'm also going to use my favorite of the gods and add 2d4 to that.
Okay.
So it's 18.
18. As the goblin's knife slides across your flesh, you look down and see that, like, almost as though it were guiding the hand of the goblin is that great terrifying creature, the behemoth. And its gaping maw is lit with, like, or rather a gape with, like, sadistic pleasure at seeing your blood. And as it raises its own claw to swipe down at you, you like just kind of glare through it and with firm steel resolution of your will, force it away. Warg, while an intelligent creature, doesn't have the fear of a goblin slayer and chomps down on Egg's arm. Excuse me? That is 13 damage.
All right.
And then I need to make a strength saving throw.
What's the move speed on goblins?
Should be 25.
Wasn't his speed halved from getting up from prone?
Is it? Is that what prone does?
Yeah, getting
just,
up from prone is half your move speed.
Oh, I thought it was just 5 feet. So then he was here. 5.
Yeah, because that would have been 25 to pedal in there.
Fine. He'll throw the knife. All right, strength
So
save.
still the same result?
Yeah. You resist the warg tearing at your arm and trying to pull you over bodily, knocking you over. And then lastly, this one at the top is going to attack Noodles. 1 bite from the doggo, which is an easy dodge for the experienced cleric. And then the small knife from the goblin, dealing 3 damage. And I hit. So now I get to Disengage. 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2, 3, 4,
Motherfucker.
5, 6. Okay, Udinar. you have
Well,
the
that's
initiative.
annoying. Okay. First of all, I'm just gonna like raise my one hand to that's obviously like doing something to control my spiritual shovel. I'm gonna put it above the warg that it's like near there, and I'm just gonna like close my fist and like pull it down to like indicate that it's like driving into the ground with the warg in its path to just try to like slice into it essentially.
You're gonna bisect the warg.
Yeah.
All right.
That is
15. Let's see. He's riderless now, so no. Okay, that's a hit, and 15 damage. Yeah, you effectively bisect the warg, cutting it in half. It dies with a whimper, not with a bang.
excellent. Am I able to move it as well after an attack? I think
you can. I'm not sure.
I'm just seeing.
Susanna, do you know?
You can move it up to
What
20
was it?
feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
can
didn't
move
know. I didn't know if that was like as a blank action.
No, it's part of the bonus action. It
Of
can
having
move
it.
and attack.
And that's
Yeah.
concentration, right?
It is.
Yes.
Oh, you got hit, didn't you, Pedalin?
Yes.
So you need to make a concentration saving throw. Or concentration check.
How do I do that? There's no concentration button.
It's a constitution saving throw, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Concentration 5e. Spell slots, cantrips, bullshit. Come on, concentration.
Yeah, con saving
Okay.
throw.
Make blah, 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 blah. Make a constitution saving throw. Maintain DC is 10 or half the damage you take, whichever is high. So in this case, that would be 10. So you have failed your concentration check, and so your spirit weapon poofs. All right.
Does that mean I
Noodles,
have
you've
to make
moved-
one too?
Were you hit?
I took 3 damage, so I think so.
Then yes. Yeah, you would need to make yours. Otherwise, that warg might still be alive.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you're fine.
Cool.
Yeah, make sure that you guys remember that, because that's just adding another layer for me if I have to remember to remind you every time.
Basically, I'm just moving that there. It's can't attack again anyway, so.
Right. Well, if you had failed your save, then the warg wouldn't have died.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So what else?
Okay. And then I'm going to let's see. Oh god damn it, that's not the one I want. What about this one? Oh fuck it, we'll just stick with the tried and true. I'm gonna turn to this one and cast Toll the Dead on it.
Okay. The rider or the warg?
The warg.
Okay. I save 1d8. Wait, no. None, because it's a cantrip.
None, yeah. Okay. I will also move through a 1, 2, 3, and I'll just stand there for now, I guess, since I used my stuff. That's it.
Okay. Madame Beldam?
Okay, if I move here, would that count as cover from the bottom and the top using the boulder?
What do you mean the bottom?
The archers in the bottom.
Oh, I mean, if you're here, I'd say you have cover so long as the line of sight is interrupted by the boulder in any way. So like this one is cover from, this one is cover from, well, hold on. I need to do it. No cover. Yes, cover. Well, actually,
Okay.
neither one of them really.
Okay. And then where I'm standing now, it's just behind me towards the top that was exposed.
Yeah, like this is exposed.
Okay.
Like
I will not.
this is still cover.
Right. Okay. So I will not move then, and I will target Spear Boy up there
Okay.
with a chromatic orb.
Looks like a 25 is definitely gonna hit.
Yes, and it will be thunder damage as I start my diamond spin cycle.
Okay. Oh, that's. So he pops. Pop goes the weasel. I was like, why wouldn't it let me select him? It's because I was on the measure. And then, naturally, this one is gonna come down on its. Both of them need to make saves.
Exactly what I wanted.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's unfortunate.
Nice.
As it careens towards everyone else.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Egg, noodles. Need saves.
Dex, right?
Yes. This.
Oof.
Okay.
But did
That
it like
is-
bounce through the ruins there? Like,
Yeah, it's gonna deal less damage. There.
Yeah, all right.
And neither one of
You know
you passed your
Okay.
save, so
That's what I figured.
I'll take it for a triple kill.
actually a quadruple kill.
Oh, I got the one down there too. Nice.
Are you finished?
Yes, that will end my turn.
Okay. And that's gonna pulverize that rock. Well, that's what I just shattered it. Okay. Egg, you're up. Having just been smacked into by a large, slow rolling boulder.
I'm not prone or anything.
No, I didn't have prone in there. It just dealt. It was going slow enough that it just kind of hit you and probably knocked you off balance.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna run up to this one and
How much
Attack.
movement is that?
that should be
perfect 30.
and I will smack this doggo in the head
Okay.
because he's being mean. Yep.
The dog is having none of it,
Nope.
moving its head to the side.
Pick up, swing again.
Okay. You swing the backside of the bell staff around, and the crozier rings his bell.
Mm-hmm.
How's that? 9. And then I need the rider to make a check. There you go. You knock the rider loose as the dog rears backward.
All right. Then I will do my bonus action with the pole arm attack.
Okay.
If that's a miss, I'll use precision.
That
Oh,
is a
correct.
miss.
I will correct myself.
Okay. And that is a hit.
Turn around and smack it in its jaw.
Okay.
Get that good bone thunder reverberation.
So that's. Is the precision attack added to the damage? I'm sorry.
No, the precision is only to the hit
Okay.
chance.
So 7, 9. So 9 more?
Yes, 9 more damage.
Well, that so the you feel the bones crack under the heavy weighted end of the bone staff, and as the thunder booms after it, it just splits the skull of the warg open,
Mm.
and down it goes. Are you finished?
Then exiles out surrender or die out in Goblin. And that's the end of his turn.
Okay. So all of my remaining goblins, except for the one rider, will get to move, or the 2 riders will now get to move before anybody else does, which I think is literally the 2 up on top and the 3 down below. All 5 of them will throw down their arms and just like tuck their heads into their knees and hold their arms over their heads in traditional goblin surrender.